Hello and welcome to Subtext. One of the things that might be challenging is trying to figure out what all these terms mean. And instead of going page by page and researching and looking through all the different definitions, there are a couple different alternatives you have to very quickly get the answer that you're looking for. So let's say, for instance, this term preconscious comes up and you have no idea what that means. You can easily just go up to the search bar up here, and for any of the terms, just get a really quick definition, little short definition of what preconscious is all about. It's about unthinking responses, immediate responses, impulses, and that should be enough to give you an idea of what it is that you're dealing with. And also, this search bar here is always available. You just do Command K and it'll pop up, and then you can just quickly type the word preconscious so that your fingers don't have to leave the keyboard. And then another way to do it, which is what I would strongly suggest, is to go down and open up Muse here in the lower right hand corner, and then just simply ask, what does preconscious mean? Not only will it give you the definition, but it'll give it to you in a way that will actually be helpful to help you understand how that might be used in a story. So for instance, actually doing it all. The first paragraph here is the actual definition of what preconscious is. It refers to the built-in instinctual base of reactions and attitudes in the mind that cannot be altered, but merely compensated for. And it's where the fight or flight part of the mind is. And then here in a story, when a problem revolves around the unsuitability of someone else's nature to a given situation or environment, that central issue is the preconscious. So then that should give you an idea, because all narrative structure is focusing your story to look at a particular problem and to hone in on that aspect of the mind and that aspect of conflict. What's great about this is then you can develop the narrative here and check to see if, oh, is this where I want to focus my story? So for instance, if I'm writing a story about sea otters who can't fall asleep unless they are holding hands, how would preconscious fit into that? This is just something I saw on the internet yesterday. How would preconscious fit into that if that's where I wanted to focus the story? So in your story about sea otters, the preconscious could be represented by the otter's instinctual need to hold hands while sleeping. This is an unthinking, immediate response to their environment situation. And it's not something they consciously decide to do, but rather an innate behavior. And then it gives you an idea for the story. So if the central problem of your story revolves around this behavior, for instance, if there's an otter who can't find a partner to hold hands with, or if there's a disruption in their environment that makes it difficult for them to carry out this behavior, then you're exploring the preconscious through line. The solution might involve the otter learning to adapt their instinctual behaviors or finding new ways to fulfill this innate need. Actually, that last one sounds pretty nice. So in that way, you can then, not only are you getting the definition, but you're getting it in context of the story you're trying to write, an immediate response to the mixture of that definition and the story that you're trying to work on. And then you can instantly figure out, oh, this is where I want my narrative to remain focused. If it's here, the goal of the story will be overcoming those preconscious urges. Otherwise, you might want to try something else. So I hope that helped, and I will see you next time.